And so even though I know all of the science, like put a chocolate cake in front of me when I'm stressed and I will, of course, it's my biology. Anyway, so we can talk about social media if you wish, but that is an important caveat because I think people often when you're stress eating and you're feeling a lot of stress, like you even said, right? Like I hate myself when my diet is
Yeah,
off.
I
And
I
it's
start
like,
beating myself up. I'm like, Steve, listen, you got bloody podcasts. There's people that follow you that like, I think like you got to live what you say. And then I'll just go through that moment of it's like it feels like most of the time I've got my hands on the steering wheel and I'm in charge. And then once in a while I'm in the back seat and this car is on autopilot and we're just flying down the motorway and I'm like, Jesus, I'm trying to get back into the front seat and I'm struggling against, I don't know, the wind, the windows are open, shit's flying everywhere. And then eventually I get a hold of the steering wheel again with one hand and then I can kind of pull myself back onto the steering wheel and we have another good couple of months,
that's
disciplines
right.
returns.
And that ability that you have, that where you are able to get out of the back seat, get your whereabouts and get back into the front seat and the driver's seat, that time for you is likely maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks max.
Yeah.
And because you have all of this knowledge and you've done this before, it's a muscle, right? It like grows that sense of agency and like, I can do this. I know how to get this back on track.
Yeah.
For others who may not have the practice that you have or the knowledge, it takes a longer time. And that is what I am trying to work on, is like closing the gap between knowledge and action. Understanding, by the way, that your brain, it takes 8 weeks to build a habit, and falling off the wagon is part of habit building.
So how do we close that gap?